Hello everyone. Have you tried to buy a property lately in the LA area? As a homeowner or an investor, it's literally impossible if you don't have all cash or if you don't want to waive the contingencies for appraisal or the loan. So in this video, I'm going to give you a couple of tips on how to get your offers accepted. Number one, if you're buying a property as a homeowner, be prepared to deal with multiple offers because, as you know, especially in the good areas of Los Angeles, this seems to be the norm right now. 10, 20, 30 offers, multiple offers. It's just the basic standard way of buying properties right now. And of course, the listing agents are having a wonderful time dealing with all this insanity that's going on. A lot of the homeowners that are well qualified, great FICO score, they've got money in the bank, they've got pre-approvals from the bank, and no issues in terms of getting a loan. But just because they're coming up with 20%, they're not able to get the properties because someone is beating them with 40, 50, 60% down payment, or they're just offering all cash for these properties. So if you're buying a property and time and again you're unable to actually get to your dream house, I've got a couple of tips for you. Number one, if you want to increase your chances of buying and getting your offer accepted, consider the following. Number one, you can waive your loan contingency. That will essentially help the seller, feel a lot more confident about you as a borrower because you're saying that, hey, I'm so confident about my ability to get the loan that I'm willing to waive the loan contingency. Of course, I give you a caution in terms of if you're unable to get your loan, your earnest money deposit could be at risk. So be very, very certain that you are pre-approved, not just by one broker, but by at least 2 or 3 brokers, one of which should be a primary bank. Okay, so when you have your pre-approvals from 2 or 3 different places, then it will put you in a position that your loan is going to go through. So if you waive the loan contingency, you're going to boost your chances of getting that property. Number two, you may consider waiving the appraisal contingency. Again, if you waive the appraisal contingency and the property is appraised for more than what you're buying it for, no problem. If it appraises for less than what you're buying it for, there could be a problem. Why? Because your lender is going to loan you based on the appraised value or the purchase price, whichever is lower. So that means the difference between the appraised value and the purchase price you may have to come out of pocket with. But if you've got some cash, extra cash, it's definitely one way to get yourself into the property. But I also want to give you a reality, the reality of the market. The reality is that when you have a willing buyer, willing seller, a very good stable market like we have here, the chances are that the appraiser is going to come add value when you're essentially buying that property. So don't sweat it, but do remember that you could put yourself at a little bit of risk, but if you know the values in your area, again, there's not much of a risk at all. Finally, you may also consider offering to buy the property for all cash. If you put an all cash offer, you're going to boost your chances of getting that property. But you might say, hey, wait a minute, Sam, I don't have all cash. Well, you don't have to. As soon as your offer is accepted, go ahead and get the property financed. And worst comes to worst, you're going to hear from the listing agent, say, hey, what are you doing? It's supposed to be all cash. Then you can say, hey, I'm sorry, some of my cash is gone, but I'm approved and I'm getting the loan, and there's not going to be any damages to the seller. I'm going to close just in time. All this stuff is good, and no one is going to get hurt here. So you just go ahead and go and get your loan and get it approved and get it funded, and you got your dream house. Of course, these are a little bit of tips, creative thinking, but I tell you, in a market as crazy as LA, you may not have a choice but to think outside of the box, or better yet, kick the box completely out of the way and get yourself into your dream house as soon as possible, or else you might just miss the boat altogether. Good luck, and if you have any questions, if you have got any concerns, if you need guidance, I'm here to help you out. You can contact me anytime, but also remember that if you want to be a very good real estate investor, you can always join my VIP mentorship membership program. They're affordable, powerful, and they will help you to get rich in real estate. Thanks for listening.